Hello everybody, my name is Wraith, and today I am reviewing one of my personal favorite games, Seven Knights. But first, we are going to take a look at the character list. After that, I will show you the gameplay, and then I will show you the other Seven Knights, the Korean version. Alright, let's take a look at the character list. I'm not going to show you everybody, I'm just going to show you a few of the main characters. And if you notice, one of these characters here is... well, she's not really supposed to be released until further in the series. I say about a year. Because in the Korean version, she didn't come out until like a year further into the game. But the rest of these characters, really, they've been released fairly quickly. Because in the Korean version, some of these characters won't release till further into the game, as that character I just showed you. But I think they're doing that because I think they want to catch up with the Korean version very quickly. They already know what the next update's going to be, so I guess that's why they're updating it so quickly. But right now we're going to take a look at the adventure mode, the gameplay. The gameplay is, your simple everyday RPG, turn-based skills, need the right items to strengthen your heroes and whatnot. But what makes the gameplay so intense is the animations. They're so detailed, so in-depth. Even the characters, they're so artistic. Everything about them is just excellent. Their characters, it's just their lore especially. That's the big thing here, is their lore. But, yeah, as you can see here, the animation is excellent. Did you see that? That was excellent. Really, the gameplay is just based off of, turn-based, as you can see here. It's based on strengthening your heroes. A lot of people just think it's, based on what heroes you get. If you get, all 6-star characters, you're good to go. But no, it's not all about that. You have to get the right items. And that is the big part, is the right items. If you have the right items, that is what's going to get you by. But, yeah, that's what you really need to do. And getting the 7 Knights. A lot of people have been asking me about the 7 Knights. How can I get 7 Knights so quickly? You notice I have 2 of them. I have Spike and I have his friend there. But you see, the thing is, I kind of waited a while. I didn't get straight into the game and started playing for hours and hours and hours like you see most of these guys do. I didn't do that. What I did was I waited a few months before I really got into the game. You have a monthly reward that allows you to select a 7 Knight hero. Spike. I selected Spike first. I'm selecting Chris last. I picked Spike first, then I got his friend, and then I got Dylanus, as you can see right there. And after Dylanus, I will get Chris. Chris, his healing effect is ridiculous. After you kill an enemy, he heals the entire party, 50% of their HP. That skill will be increased later. His skill power will be increased later, further into the series. But, honestly, I think they might come out with the Awakened Heroes a little bit later. People have been asking me about that. I just wanted to clear that up. The Awakened Heroes would probably, most likely be released, I'd say, probably 4 months from now. Probably 5. But, judging by how fast they're updating the game, because they've already gotten pretty far very quickly, I'd say... not a year's work, that's for sure. The Korean version, it's 3 years ahead. That game has been out for 3 years. And so far, in the English version, they have updated a lot of times. And so far, it's been they skipped about a year into the game, it looks like. Or maybe 3-4 months into the game. 4 months of worth updating. But, honestly... I don't know how fast they're going to make the Awakened Heroes and convert them into the English version. It'd probably take a minute, really, because that's a lot of editing you got to do in the game. A lot of details, a lot of textures, voice. Oh, it's a lot of work. So I'm pretty sure they won't be 5 months. They'll probably be even longer than that. I'd probably say, don't get mad, almost a year? The comments are probably going to explode. What? I have to wait a year? Are you crazy? Well, you're going to have to wait either way, buddy. Well, now we're going to take a look at the Korean version in just a moment, but my overall opinion on this game is it's excellent. It's perfect. If you want to download Seven Nights, do it. I will leave a link in the description for both the Seven Nights English version and the Seven Nights Korean version. They're both excellent games. I can't stop playing them. I've been playing them for about 3 years, the Korean version rather. I've been playing that one for 3 years. And after this English one was released, I just went crazy, man. I was so happy to hear that this was released. The English version, finally, I can understand what everyone is saying. Oh, man, I was just so happy. But yeah, here's the Korean version. You're not going to understand what anyone's saying. You're not going to understand what anyone's saying. You're not going to understand what some of the titles say. Excuse me, I can't do anything about that because it's a Korean version. So I'll explain the best way I can. Yeah, here's my, all 7 nights maxed out. But enough showing off. You guys are probably wondering about the 4 lords. Yeah, all their slots are open. You can see who they all are, but I kind of want that to be a surprise, so I won't show that to you yet. But a lot of people have been asking me about the Awakened Heroes. What are they? What do they do? What's the stat difference between the original hero and the Awakened Hero? Let's take a look at the Awakened Heroes now. This is the Awakened Evan. As you can see, a huge stat difference between the original Evan and the Awakened Evan. There's a huge stat difference. And they have an Awakened skill. I'll show you that in a second. But really, how do you attain the Awakened Heroes? People have been asking me about that. There's these crystals. I have no idea what they're called. I have just been calling them crystals. They're purple. You have to save up 300 of them. You earn them through daily dungeon. You get 15 a day if you go to the 4-star difficulty dungeon. But if you want to get them quick, I'd recommend going to the 4-star difficulty dungeon and trying your best to fight those tough creatures. But right now we're going to take a look at his skills. His skills are pretty much the same, but his first skill. Now, a lot of people have been asking me about his first skill. What's the big difference, really? Well, the difference is he reflects damage now. He reflects 50% of the damage, and it decreases the damage taken. Now, that's a very effective skill. And now his second skill is pretty much the same thing. You know, he knocks people out for 2 turns. But the first skill is probably what has changed the most. And now we're going to take a look at his Awakened skill. It's pretty sweet. He deals 2,000 damage to everyone on the field and recovers 1,000 HP of every ally hero. This Awakening skill is pretty cool. Let's take a look at it. Wow. That's really cool. Now, this skill can only be used once every battle, so remember to use it wisely. A lot of people have been thinking, oh, I can use this skill every turn? Oh, that's amazing. Well, you can only use it once. And another thing about it is, you have a purple meter below your character's HP. The more he's attacked, the more that meter goes up. Once that meter's full, then you can use your Awakened skill. But you can only do this once per battle. It's not like ordinary skills where you can use all the time. This does not have a cooldown either. It does not have a skill CD. So when people try to reset your skill CD, it won't work on the Awakening skill. You can still be knocked out and your Awakening skill will be put on hold. But it cannot be reset like that. It just can't. Now, let's take a look at one of my favorite Awakening heroes. His name is Nox. As you can see, Nox has an Awakening form in this game as well. He's way more powerful, and his Awakening skill is insane. All of his skills have death on them, similar to Chris, but one of his skills doesn't. It resets skill CD. Now, this costume, I'm pretty sure you noticed, it's a season costume. It was just released a few days ago on the Korean version. It's pretty cool, I know. But anyways, Nox, his attacks are very different from the original Nox, as you could see. The only skill that doesn't have a death effect on it is this one right here. I'm sorry for putting this in slow motion. It's just really cool. Wow, that's beautiful. Anyways, here's another skill. This skill has a high chance of giving everybody death. Just like Chris. Now, his awakening skill. It's guaranteed death. Sorry, there's something on my mic. Get out of here, fly. His awakening skill gives everyone death. It's guaranteed. Unless you have a resistance to death, it does massive damage to you instead. It looks like my time is almost up. Before I end off my video, I'm going to show you another one of my personal favorite characters. Oh, I almost forgot. Remember to like, comment, and share this video with your friends. This is a great game. It needs to get famous. I hope you do all those things I just said. These are some pretty big tips. I don't give these away just to anybody. You guys are special. But before I end the video, I'm going to show you one of my favorite characters. Here he is.
And this has been Wraith's Reviews. I will see you in the next video. Bye.